Hey guys,
Hey everyone.
Okay. Make sure everything works
I'm gonna test that screen share.
once I find it.
Let's see.
Where my background?
It's the ultra bright button that makes you not look at it. It's green.
Thank you.
It's kind of like counterintuitive.
Um, Sarah, I think you need to enable screen share.
Oh, we just got word that people are in. Hello and welcome. Thank you for coming. We're just gonna. Oh, Liz just dropped. She'll be back in a second. Um, we'll share the screen and get into it. I can give a quick introduction, but we've been extremely hard at work overhauling the technology of the platform to make way for the tools that we'll talk about today. There are um, system updates that we needed to make to house these tools and give them a proper place to exist. And we're going to go through them today. To give a quick introduction, now that Liz is back, um, we're all product managers here at Soona. My name is Zach Musburger. I'm also one of the co-founders of Trend.io. If you need UGC, send me a message or go to Trend.io. But um, yeah, we're all hard at work on different aspects and elements of this platform that we can walk you through today. Chris and Liz, if you want to give a quick intro, you can do that now too.
Yeah, happy to. Awesome. Hey everyone, thanks for joining. I'm Chris. I'm based out of Seattle. I'm the product manager for Listing Insights, and I'll be sharing a little bit about that today.
Awesome. And I'm Liz Kestel. I'm a senior product manager based out of Minneapolis. And I'll be walking through our media editor new tool today.
Great. Let's see. So the agenda for today, we're going to go over the platform navigation. I started to touch on this, but we'll explain really why we changed the navigation. Um, we're going to talk about the platform dashboard, which is brand new, and then really the meat of the presentation breaks down along the media editor and the listing insights. So Chris and Liz will break those new tools down, and we'll give everybody a chance to ask questions and give you a heads up of where this platform's going. Okay, so the platform nav in the dashboard. So this is kind of maybe I'll call it like an unsung hero in this effort because um, yeah, I mean we've all seen navigation dashboards and link systems that normally wouldn't catch attention, but the reason it's so important and worth mentioning here is that we're changing the structure of our navigation to make sure that we can evolve with the direction of the business. So Suna started as the place where you would go to have content created for your brand, and now we're really moving into a place where you can make content, manage that content, and measure it. And what that means is we're introducing new tools that will allow you to do more with your content so you can really represent yourself as well as you possibly can online. And we needed a navigation system that we had to overhaul it in order to house these new tools. So we didn't reinvent the wheel here. This is a fairly standard left dashboard navigation, but it allows us to continue to evolve. So throughout the year, Next year, we're going to be introducing new tools. Today we're starting with Media Editor and Listing Insights, but as more tools come to fruition, they'll find their way into this left nav and always be a click away. Another point to emphasize is that we're focusing more on the mobile experience, and we wanted to make sure that this menu is accessible on any device. So your desktop, your iPad, your iPhone, this system will work well. It's good there. So the new dashboard, this is net new. A real pain point that we felt when we were redesigning this was that the creatives that we have in studio are capable of a tremendous amount, but we weren't really doing the best job of showing people what's possible with Soona. So we want this to be a place where you can come at any time during the year and uh, see the kind of content that you could have produced for your brand. So holidays are coming around. We can promote the kind of the shoots that we can do for you and really give you easy access points into booking a shoot. So that's one thing. Another key thing that we wanted to do here was introduce some of these new tools that we're going to talk about. This dashboard should be a really central hub that you can return to and understand everything that Soona is doing and everything that you can do with us. So as we bring in new tools throughout the year, they're going to find their way into this dashboard so that they're always extremely accessible. The last thing is really the power of Soona, in my experience, is working here is the creatives behind the brand are really tremendous people with seriously creative brains, and we want to make sure that you always have access to them. So you'll see this green Plan with the Pros module. We want you to be able to reach out to us and communicate your needs so that we can definitely serve those needs. And yeah, we're really just humanizing the product and letting you know that this isn't just a software. There's a group of people behind the software that really make it work. So yeah, so the dashboard will also do a good job of uh, removing any wonder that you have of what's coming next. So we have this alert system that if you have an upcoming shoot, an unscheduled shoot, we're going to let you know the action item that you need to take next. So maybe your shoot is just wrapped up and you need to check out or review the content that's been made for you. We're going to give you really easy access points into um, those sections of the software so you can not wonder what you need to do next, but really just step right into the next action step. Okay, the last thing to go over here, this is new, but also really important and kind of goes along with what I mentioned around serving up, giving you a menu of what you can do with Soona. We introduced this new discovery page, which will do a good job of showing you really information across all the information or all the industries that we serve. So beauty and skincare has a section, health and wellness, whatever you find yourself in, we have information, articles, blog posts that can help you make informed decisions around the content that you're creating and really the listings that you're setting up. So you can kind of look to this section as a place for inspiration and really a way for you to build confidence around your next step.
All right. Thank you, Zach. I will take over and share a little bit more about our new media editor. So Soona's media editor is really, you can think of it as a set of tools that is enabling you to take one asset and multiply that into as many variations that you can come up with. Really, our goal here is to enable our users to extend existing content that they have to meet the needs of those various platforms that you may be selling on or marketing on. And kind of bring this all within house. We know that today this is done, but it's typically done externally using third-party tools. So we want to make Soona kind of that one-stop shop for you. So you can create your content here as well as edit it and then publish it to those various platforms that we're connected with. So the tools that we have available today are our change background color, the remove background, and blur background. And we'll dive into each of these here in just a second. Similar to what Zach said, we always want to put mobile first when we're thinking about these new tools that we're expanding. We know all of our lives are extremely busy, so oftentimes we're on the go and we need to make a quick edit, get something posted for social media. So these tools are available on desktop, tablet, and mobile. So the first one we're going to kind of dive into is our background color. So here again, you can create as many variations that you want here. So maybe first you might want to be matching your brand hex codes just to get everything kind of on brand color. But again, we've got holidays, season changes. There's different things that you might want to just swap that color out to kind of meet the new trends that are occurring at that time. So different things that you can do here. You can enter that hex again if you want to match your brand or the specific color. You can adjust the hue and tint or the lightness and saturation. And then if you're just playing around, you can always reset things. You don't have to save it immediately, but you can. And that way you can refer back to that new variant at any point in time after the fact. You can also just completely remove the background if you're looking to create a transparent ping. You can choose this selection and then again, save this to your gallery and download it from there. Our newest tool, which we actually just released this about 2 weeks ago, right before Thanksgiving, is our blur background. So with this, you can adjust the amount of blur on the background of your image, and then again, save that to your gallery as a new variant and be able to download that kind of independent from the original photo. So we're gonna pause the PowerPoint and we're gonna actually just take a look at this in action. So here I'm in my booking gallery, and from within my edited photos, I can simply just select an image, and I'll see all of those available tools here on the left-hand side. One thing to note, as we are adding more tools, we are making those available right away. Our goal is really to learn from our customers and understand what do you guys like, what isn't working for you, how can we make it better. So one thing to just call out here is you can always share feedback on, if you're trying to make a background change and it's not working for you or for the photo, let us know that because that always helps us to, improve our models and the things that we're kind of building on our end. So maybe I want to change the background color here. So maybe we'll take it to more of a aqua green color. From here again, I can kind of adjust the lightness. Maybe it's a little too dark. I can change the saturation as well. And once I'm kind of happy with what the end product is, I can save this asset to my gallery. And then it just lets me know that we're working on that image on the back end. And then that will populate here in just a moment for us to be able to view it and download that asset. There's nothing like live cooking to draw it out. All right, there's our new asset. So from here, we can download if we just need a web version, say if I'm just posting to Instagram, or if I need a high res, if I want to print something, I might want to download that high res version. So I can download this and then make that instantly available to preview. And I can see my image here. Let's say I want to take this and I can change the background from here. I could remove the background and again, go through the same process of saving that new image to my gallery. And you can see here, it's removed the background. So let's pick one that's better for blur. So let's say we wanted to blur kind of the flowers here. We could choose our blur tool. And then we can adjust the amount of blur and kind of see that we're going to get some of the blurring action occurring around kind of the frame of the photo. So once we're happy with that, again, kind of same flow. We just want to save that to our gallery. And then that will populate here for me to be able to download. And those are the 3 tools that we've got right now. What's exciting though is everything that's also coming next. So again, we really want to extend the tool set that we have to offer. So there are certain things that are already in progress that are we're hoping to launch in the next few weeks here. So one thing we're working through is our image resizer, being able to allow you to custom select height and width, but also select different platform sizes. So again, if you need to quick resize something for Instagram or Amazon or Shopify, you'll be able to do that with a simple click here. We also want to add new tools to allow you to add text to your images, to add instant shadows to your images as well, and really kind of bulk out the variety of things that you have to do within our media editor. Another really big piece of this that we're going to be launching in January is allowing our users to upload external content. So today you can use these tools on the content that Soona creates for you. But in the near future, we'll allow you to upload your own content and again, use our tools to edit that content yourself. So we're very excited about all of the things kind of working together to bring Media Editor to life and excited for the feedback from you. And I'll popcorn over to Chris.
Awesome. Thanks, Liz. What a great demo. Love to see it live. All right. So like what is Listing Insights? Listing Insights is a new tool, essentially allowing you to see how your visual content in your Amazon listings stack up against Amazon's requirements and then like the listings best practices in general. Our main goal around this is start in our next phase, begin to show you how visual content impacts sales and how, measuring and showing what kind of content you have on your listings can improve your sales over time. So Soona Listing Insights, again, is the first analytical tool that's focused on visual content. A lot of the tools out there are focused on text. And while we'll also be able to support text as well, we are very focused here on visual content. So you can do things like discover problems and opportunities with your listing content, learn how changes in content can improve your listings, and then take actions to build a stronger listing over time and hopefully see that impact on your sales. Next slide. Okay, so like how do we get started with listing insights? Well, in the beautiful navigation that Zach shared, on the left-hand side, you'll see a button that says Listing Insights. By clicking on that, you'll be taken to the landing page. It does require an Amazon integration. We'll be supporting Shopify soon. So once you're integrated with once you're integrated with Amazon, we'll import all of your product listings and run a real-time analysis on your listings. And so once you're integrated, and we've run the analysis for you, you'll see an overview or a store overview, which gives you an overall score of how your store's listings perform, essentially, with your visual content. And so the main score you'll see here is the average score across all of your listings on your Amazon store. And so it is what we call the visual performance score average. And the visual performance score average is made up of the individual visual performance scores of your individual listings. And so these, like we said, are based on image requirements held out by Amazon, but also listing best practices and creative best practices. The score is only between 0 and 100. And in this store overview page, it's broken up into 3 different grades. Are your listings poor? Are they okay? Are they great? And they can help you define and triage exactly which ones you want to go after first, or see where you're doing well. Next slide, please. So by clicking into either to see all your listings or clicking into a specific grade, we will provide an overview of all of your listings where you can see them side by side to see exactly which listings are performing well. You can also filter and sort, which gives you the options to say, hey, I want to click it and I want to see all my poor performing listings. You can see them all there together. By clicking into any specific listing, that'll take you into the listing details page, which provides a little bit more granularity into what makes up that specific score and what areas of improvements and what actions that you can take. And I will show that on the next slide. So on the specific listing detail page, this is where the detailed scores are and recommendations for that individual listing that you might have. For each category, there are different areas of improvements. So we'll say, here's where you might be able to improve your score. That might be things like removing and replacing an image. That might be adding a specific type of content, saying like a lifestyle image might look good here, or like might compete well against what your competitors are doing in this space. And so you can do that, but there's also opportunities to take actions outside of changing your content. You can also book a shoot with us or use the media editor to modify existing content that you have to help mitigate some of or help improve your score. All right, next slide, please. Uh, to dive a little bit deeper into the visual performance score, we do have three subcategories that make up the visual performance score. The first is image quality. These things are like low resolution, poor lighting, unrealistic composition. We want your images to really show your product in the best light possible. And I mean that both figuratively and realistically. It's the best way to sell your product. It's the first thing that customers see and interact with. The second is gallery count. And so you'd be surprised, but most the requirement for an Amazon listing is only one image, but in terms of sales numbers, 6 images have sell the most product. And so being able to show all different qualities of your product, whether it's in use, whether it's in lifestyle, whether you have a model on it, being able to show scale or up closeness of your product can really help drive sales. And the final piece here is visual mix, and this is the importance of variety of content. Having images that look very similar don't really do anything to boast what your product can or cannot do. And so being able to switch up exactly what it looks like, whether it's lifestyle and providing infographics, and I know infographics are very large and important on Amazon, and can really help boost sales over time. And so that's what the score is actually made up of. You can see the individual scores of where you might be strong or weak, whether that's image quality, gallery count, or visual mix. And so, yeah, that's an overview of listing insights. There's a lot more that we could dive into. Happy to answer any questions, but there's a ton of new work that's also very exciting. Our next phase will be looking at competitive insights. So being able to take your listings and then comparing them to those of your competitors. Like, what are your competitors doing well? What are they doing poorly? And where's your opportunity to win the market? We'll also be introducing Shopify. Uh, so if you own a Shopify store, you'll be able to integrate your listings there as well. And we also are providing detailed areas of improvement and requirements for Shopify. The third thing we have here is video detection. Video has been a proven method to help improve sales. And so as we are able to detect videos, we want to, be able to show what types of videos sell more product and make sure that you are equipped with the right tools to do so. We have things like multivariant support and product category recommendations. This is a little bit in the nitty gritty of being able to support your store. If you have a t-shirt with like 10 different color shirts, we want to make sure that you're able to display those in a way that will actually help you sell more product. And then finally, meeting the tools needs of SEO optimization. There's a lot of tools out there that support like text-based optimization. And so we will help make sure that we provide that in addition to the work that we're doing with our visual content optimization as well. All right, that's it for me. Thank you, everyone. We're happy to take any questions in the chat, or I don't know if y'all folks have ability to come off mute, but maybe it's just chat.
I think to tie it all together too, you can just start to see and understand that we're building tools beyond the shoot. So if you have an asset, what's the complete sentence? The complete sentence is it's going to go out into the world somewhere. It's going to exist on your Amazon listing. You're going to need to change that content. So we're going to have, the tools that can allow you to get the most out of that content and really complete that sentence of what's next. Because we know you're selling online, and we're just here to support every aspect of that. Um,
We have a question in the chat is, will there be a recording of this somewhere? Um, we did record this. I'm not quite sure where it will be posted. Sarah, could you share, please? Awesome. It'll be emailed out later today, so please keep an eye on your inboxes. Perfect.
no questions? Thanks for coming. Give it another what? 15, 30 seconds?
Yeah, down to hang out.
I'm down to hang out too.
Thank you.
All right, staring contest complete.
I
Thank you,
won.
everybody.
Thanks,
Thank you
everyone.
all.
Take care.
Yep. Bye-bye.